What's going on, guys? My name is John and welcome to my NEStalgiaholic show. As many of you guys know, I am a man of many hobbies. I like collecting video games. I like playing video games, of course. Star Wars, like the Star Wars movies, like collecting Star Wars memorabilia. In fact, I have channels dedicated to those specific hobbies. But a lot of people may not realize I like collecting money. I know that kind of sounds funny when you say collecting money. You're probably, John, do you mean saving money? I know what I mean is I like collecting old currency, coins and old currency as well. It kind of started a while ago when my grandfather passed away. I got his currency collection, his coin collection, and he had a lot. So I want to show you some of those classic coins. Oftentimes they're over 100 years old. It's really cool for me to think like how many people actually use these coins and the history, how many pockets they were in. It's really cool to think. And it really shows the backstory of like American history, which is cool. So I'm curious if you guys have a currency or a coin collection you guys like to share, please post a video response below. If you live in a foreign country or you have another currency collection from a foreign country, please show that as well. I'm always fascinated by foreign currency. I think they're really cool because there's all different types of currency. But a big portion of my currency collection are $2 bills. I really like $2 bills because you don't see them very often. People don't necessarily use them every day. And when you do see them in the wild, you get them back for change. It's really cool. It's exciting, actually. I end up keeping them. Most of the $2 bills that I see nowadays are from 1 to 2 years, mainly. I get 1995 for some reason. They did a big printing of $2 bills in 1995. Also 1976, it was a bicentennial, and they changed the backing of the $2 bill. So a lot of those are from 1976. But they did have $2 bills earlier on as well, which I'll show you in a second, which I have a collection for. I was fortunate enough to go to one of the mints where they print the money in DC a long time ago and actually purchase some sheets of $2 bills, which I'll show you what those look like here in a second. So without any further ado, let's take a closer look at my currency and classic coin collection. My currency and my classic coins, I do want to show you one cool item I have. This is a uncirculated coin set from the year I was born, 1981. And so these have never been touched by human hands. And what's cool is they have, you see here on the left, Susan B. Anthony. They got rid of Susan B. Anthony's. These were dollar coins. And the reason they got rid of them is because they were very similar in size of quarters. So a lot of people got confused using Susan B. Anthony mistakenly for a quarter. Obviously that could cause some issues. But very cool set. You see in the back of Susan B. Anthony, it's an eagle landing on a moon. Very cool back. In fact, I think that's the same backing that they used for the other silver dollars previously. With Roosevelt, I believe he was on the silver dollar. As you can see here, I have a bunch of coins in front of me. I do want just to highlight a few of them. I don't have time to go over every single one of them. I'm going to start here with the $half from 1935. In 1935, in today's dollars, about 50 cents back in 1935 is equivalent to roughly about $8.33 of buying power, including inflation. So you can see how much inflation has done quite a bit, considering that if you lived in 1935, this is pretty much worth $8 of buying power today. Next 50-cent piece I want to show you this is a Benjamin Franklin piece, 50-cent piece. This is 1961. In 1961, 50 cents in 1961 in today's dollars is $3.84 of buying power. Here's another 50-cent piece. This is Kennedy, John F. Kennedy's 1964 piece. 1964, 50 cents in 1964. It was a little bit less in buying power, but still quite a bit, $3.70. See inflation. And it's got a different backing as well. Eagle holding bows and arrows. Here's a 1976 bicentennial quarter. You guys may have seen these floating around. They've got a drummer on the back. And in 1976, a quarter piece, and in 1976, had a buying power of today of $1.01. Another really cool piece is Buffalo nickel. I'm not quite sure the year of this one, but these were minted and printed from 1913 to 1938. You can see they call it Buffalo nickel because they got a buffalo on the back and they have a Native American Indian on the cover. Not quite sure what year this particular one is from. Here's a cool quarter, another one I'm not quite sure the year because it's rubbed off, but I'm guessing probably early 1900s. You can see the back, it's got an eagle flying. It's a quarter piece. Notice it's solid, it's round, pretty round. There's no ridge there, it's round unlike the quarters we have today. Here's a really old piece. This is a dime from 1917. Pretty worn, but considering it's almost 100 years old. Back in 1917, a dime would have bought you $1.79 worth of stuff today. So drastic inflation difference there. Here's one of my oldest coins. This is a Morgan silver. This is from 1879. Really good shape considering it's over 100 years old. Here's the back. Got another eagle. You can definitely see there's a theme to a lot of these coins. This thing is actually back in 1879. $1 back then was equivalent to $22.73 today. I'm not quite sure the value of this now, but I know they were made from like 99.9% silver as well. So these are actually pretty good quality made from silver. I got some other Morgan silvers I want to show you. This one is from 1921, and that's about $12.82 back in 1921. This is 1898. It's $27.78. So this is worth more back in 1898 than 1879, which is kind of unusual, but that seems to be the case in this situation. This is a silver dollar from 1992, kind of an unusual one. Made from silver. These are more collecting pieces than anything. You could use them out, you know, to buy stuff. I don't know if you necessarily would want to. Here's another silver dollar. This is from 1925, a different look. And this had a buying power of today's dollars and $13.16. A different back, different look. So I mentioned at the beginning of my video, I do have a pretty decent collection of $2 bills. I want to show you some of my favorites. This one right here on the very top is from 1928. You can see it's different because it's got the red stamp. You can see the 2s in large, and here's the year 1928. In 1928, $2 had the buying power in today's dollars of pretty much $26.67. And you get the back of the Monticello, which is where Jefferson lived, his house, his plantation. Here's one from 1953. A little bit different between the two. You can see the subtle differences between 1928 and 1953. Still the red stamp, but you can see now you got the $2 right here. Number 2, stamps move over to the right. On the back, it's pretty much the same. And in 1953, $2 was equivalent to $17.24 of buying power. And here's another 1952 $2 bill. 1953 $2 bill, another one. Got several of them. This is the $2 bill from 1976. What makes this unusual, though, is it's got the stamp. This is the very first shipment and printing of the 1976 $2 bill, and it's got a stamp in there to prove it. The back is different. This is what more $2 bills today would have. And these are a handful of just my $2 bills. Most of them were 1976. A few of these are from 1995. This one's from 1995. All the backs are pretty much the same. You can see I have quite a few of them. Make it ring with $2 bills. Here's some more $2 bills I own. These are actually sheets of 4. So each one of these has 4 that are uncut, which is pretty cool, from 1976. I have 3 of those. I got those at the Mint in DC when I was there. I also have this sheet here. This is a roll of 16. This is the sheets that they print these dollars on, and this is before they actually cut them out. So pretty cool collector's piece. This is from 1976 as well. See the back. I also have a collection of pretty old currency as well. Now, to keep in mind, currency, the average lifetime for a bill is 3 to 5 years because they go through so many hands, they go through washes, and just get, you know, they actually reprint them. So to find old currency is a lot harder than finding old coins because old coins last so much longer. But I have a number of silver certificates that I got from my grandfather when he passed away. And silver certificates were printed from 1878 to 1964. And it was pretty much the silver standard. You can go into any bank and exchange a certificate for an equivalent amount of silver. They also had the gold standard, and the gold standard was pretty much started at the beginning of the end was when Roosevelt became president, Franklin Roosevelt. He got rid of the gold standard because when the Depression hit, a lot of people were running to the banks to get gold, and a lot of banks were closing because of it. And then finally Nixon in the 60s eventually got rid of the gold standard. So today there's no more gold standard. Here is a silver certificate. This one is from 1935, so this is from the Depression, pretty old, really good shape. You can see it's got the blue stamp there. It says $1, and it's considered a silver certificate. It's dated on the very top there. On the back, it's pretty much the same as the dollar bills today, though it doesn't say "In God We Trust" in the back, like most dollars that you'd find today would say. A dollar in 1935 during the Depression is equivalent to $16.67 today in spending value. The next bill I want to show you is from 1934. I got this the other day actually in the wild. I was really surprised. Got this and first I thought it was fake, and I looked at the year. It does look fake at first, but now this was before they had the strips in the middle. But if you just compare this to a legitimate one online, I can tell that it's real, just the way it feels. Doesn't say in God We Trust as well. In 1934, $20, get this, was worth $344.83. That's amazing. So it's crazy that this is still being used today. It hadn't been just destroyed yet, which is pretty cool. This is another one I got in the wild several years back. This is from 1950. At $10 in 1950, it was worth $95.24 today. It looks very similar to $10 we see today, although they changed the look. So this looks like one from more like the 90s. Here's a $5 bill I also got as change once. This is notice a blue stamp. This is from 1953. $5 in 1953 is worth $43.10 today. A whole bunch of silver certificates from 1957. You see a whole bunch of them. Here's a comparison. This one is from 1988, but you can see the back, how this one has In God We Trust. These actually have In God We Trust as well, but the other one didn't. You can see the front is different. The last bill I want to show you is this $1 million bill. No, it's not legit. I wish it was. I'd go to the bank right now and cash it. This was printed by the Mint though, so it's on real paper. It's non-negotiable, so I can't necessarily go in there and expect to get change for it. But if you take this to blacklight, actually you got a whole bunch of gold bars here and the print ink here, which is really cool. I don't have a blacklight to show you that. The very top here, it's very hard to see, but you can see it says United States of America, very, very fine print. Also in these flowers here, it says USA. If you look very, very carefully, it says USA. The lines are going different ways. Here it says IAM. And on the back, it says United States of America, $1 million. It's printed on real paper. Again, it's not real, but this was printed in 1988. It's more of a keepsake than anything else. It's got the Statue of Liberty on the cover. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. And leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. See you soon. Take care.